So the topic of yesterday, the big news was Bruce Dickinson was not happy about Brexit despite voting for Brexit in the first place, thinking it was such a great idea. Now Bruce is not happy about how much more difficult it is for the bands, or basically him, I'm sure, Iron Maiden, to go on tour now because they need to get work visa for every single country for themselves and their massive crew, and they need a carnet for the massive amount of gear and production that goes in and out of Europe now. It's actually
and you can only leave your trucks, and you can only take your trucks and tour bus to Europe for 3 days, and they've got to go home again. You know that one?
Wow.
It's like
you're basically forced to hire a German tour bus or whatever, which is pretty crazy.
Is that how it is? Is there a 3 days limit?
Yeah, you didn't know that bit? That's like the best part of all. Yeah, you basically you can't if we go there with our truck and tour bus, after 3 stops, it has to go back to England.
Okay.
Or so it's like crazy. Don't even bother trying to tour.
So you have to hire a German bus.
Yeah.
And a German truck. You've got to send the stuff over there.
Yeah.
Get picked up. How do you know about this?
Well, John Walsh, our tour manager, was telling me about it, and also I read it in the Bruce Dickinson interview today. It was kind of confirmed, and so basically, ideally, we should be storing all our gear in Calais instead of Birmingham.
Just mentioned that yesterday. Here is like, but what about when you come into the UK? What's the problem for Europeans?
Oh, who cares about them? No, I'm joking. Brexit, mate. That's why the people that said Brexit probably didn't really think it through very hard, or they weren't musicians.
Yeah, so I was surprised that Bruce Dickinson complained about it, despite being a big, he's mentioned lovely Brexit. I thought, whatever. But anyway, for them, it might be worse than for us, right? Because they hire so much more people.
Yeah, well, what I'm hoping is that the guys like Iron Maiden and like the big tours like Ed Sheeran and whoever, they will do all the work to get the government to change the rules so that people like us can carry on. We don't have to worry about, they'll sort it out for us, hopefully.
Yeah, and also the thing is Bruce Dickinson doesn't have to go and get a carnet and do the work visa while we make sure these are taken care of at our level, right? There's not so much layers of management and all these things. So he doesn't take care of it. So he's like, I'm going to vote for Brexit without even thinking about what's going to happen. So there you go.
Yeah.
That was the news of the day yesterday. So,
yeah. Well, actually, I was more concerned that I think he might have cut his hair off again. There was a picture, and I was like, "Oh man!" I was waiting for years and years for Bruce Dickinson to grow his hair back, because I was like, when he cut it off, I was really bummed out back in 1996 or whatever it was, and I was like, and then last year he finally grew it back, and now he's cut it off again. I was like, "Oh man!"
That was the worst part, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Who else disappointed about Bruce Dickinson cutting his hair? Me too, obviously. And what about you, Alicia?
Yeah, I mean, I always prefer long hair, so I feel you.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I don't know why he didn't dye it, because it was all grey, but still. I read an interview with him, and they said, "Why'd you grow your hair long again?" And he goes, "Oh, just to prove that I can, because most of my mates my age are getting bald." And I thought that was a cool answer.
That was a good answer. Yeah. So everybody, hey, you guys in Europe, if our ticket price have gone up, trust me, it's not our fault. It's Bruce Dickinson's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but seriously, it is not our fault if tickets price gone up, because it costs way more money because of the idiots in charge. Thought it was a great idea to do a Brexit. So now,
although I didn't vote for either of it because I was too lazy, so I guess I should have.
Yeah.